Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We welcome you, whatever time and wherever in the world you are listening. We are pleased you have found us. You are now listening to Inside the Bunghole, a podcast taking you on a journey through wine. Together, we will learn more about this wonderful elixir of life. So raise your glass to welcome your hosts and partners in wine, Pam and James. You are now inside the bunghole.
Well, it's hard to believe, but we are in season 6 of Inside Bunghole.
Season 6.
Wow.
Yep. James, Herman,
Pam.
it's been a journey.
Yeah.
I have.
First of the year, we're celebrating a new year.
Yep. I don't know when we'll get this show out, but hey, we'll be into New Year's.
It will be in 2026.
It will be in 2026.
Hopefully.
Yep. Well, what are we going to talk about today?
So today we're going to talk about private labels.
Private labels.
So private labels could be different things. They could hire a winery to make their wine, put your label on it, and they'll sell it to you, and it's your wine, right?
So would this be like beneficial to like a restaurant or a country club, somebody who wants their own brand?
Absolutely. I mean, in a business aspect of it, you could make more margin. You could also create a brand. You could be advertising for your place. So there's a lot of good things about it, right? You also could create a custom crush, which means you are in there creating a wine to specifically how you want it to taste.
It's your wine.
Yeah, it's your wine.
Filed it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what we did in the class.
Yeah. That's what I always recommend people to do, because now you created a wine that you like.
That's a signature, your signature.
Yep.
How helpful are some of the wineries or winemakers that let you do that? Do they encourage you to dabble and make it more?
They don't. They want the easy way out. They just want to sell you the wine and slap a label on it.
Right.
When I myself created Masvino wines, that is not what I wanted. And because I wanted something that will represent me. So I wanted something that says, hey, this guy is creating something that nobody else has.
That's good. It's yeah.
So why did you
Pride.
Why did you take this route? Like, how did you end up take me on this journey with your?
It's for me, I'm always been a creative type, so I always wanted to create something whether it was when I was in high school, like drawing or making music or saying stupid mama jokes or whatever.
My mom.
But I'm in the wine business. I own a wine bar, so I wanted to create a wine that I liked. And so, when I met Matt Jacobs, my winemaker, he's pretty creative himself. And then he decided, we talked and we said, hey, let's do a custom crush. And he showed me the whole way. And now we're here for almost 4 years later, in a brand that's growing. And so what I'm here to tell the listener is, this is something really fun to do. Even though the wine market is down, this is really fun. It's a business you can create, and because ultimately you're just creating a brand,
but you better be a good salesperson, and you are a natural. You're a natural. So for you to go out and hustle, because Masvino is not only available here at Lafay, but it's now in how many restaurants across the valley?
I would say 40 or so.
And we're lucky because we live in like restaurant area.
Yeah. So, and you've known everybody. He's been in the biz forever, but it's prestigious. It is a good creative way to do it. Now, there's so many other things you can do when you private label. What are some of the other things you can?
Yeah, I mean, like, if I can go back and I have the knowledge that I have now, I would create it so that so I can get it out to as many people as I can. So I would make a label that is appealing visually, that it has a good name that people say, oh, I like that name.
Yeah.
Or, and the wine is also good. But I also think that that part is not as important as people think, right?
Yeah. Yes. The branding,
The branding is the most important thing. The being visible to
and
people.
being remembered, as far as like, I've seen some beautiful labels, but I'll be damned if I remember them when I go to the store to buy a bottle of wine.
Yeah, like ladies, they see a beautiful bottle and they buy it.
Right, frog on a pogo stick. Something. My friend likes frogs. And I have a pogo stick. I'm gonna get that one. But that's gonna be it's the creative label. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Now this isn't really profitable for someone that wants to make just a case.
No. So you have to think what's gonna make sense financially. So you have volume is where it's at. So you can start smaller. I mean, I would start at 500 cases or so. That's where I would start if I was creating a business. If I had a restaurant, I would start. Hey, let's do 100 cases and put it out there. Financially, it makes sense because you're just paying it up front, but you're gonna make a lot more margin than buying from, your local distributor.
Yeah.
And not only that, like there's a story to be told when somebody buys your wine and says, "Hey, this wine is from Pam and James," and you know what, their story is great, and then they talk about it over in dinner, and it's something interesting.
Well, that's also the beauty of wine.
How many cases did he say?
Start doing what?
500 cases.
If you're starting a business,
12 bottles.
That's
6,000 bottles.
yeah,
And how many is in a pallet?
55 cases.
55 cases. So you're saying about 10 cases. Or I'm sorry, 55 cases are in a pallet?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're saying 500.
12 bottles in 50 cases. It's
So you
6,000.
guys do the math. I'm not doing the math.
No, but like if anybody listening out there, if they have any,
What?
if they're thinking about doing this,
Yeah.
they can email me at info@masvinowines.com, and I would
Or
I would
inside
be
the bunghole, we'll get it to them immediately.
Yeah.
Inside the bunghole.
or inside the Mumbo, and I would be happy to help somebody develop this dream or idea that they have, because this is what what I've
And
been
you
doing.
can play with smaller quantities, like let's say a business event or something, or a wedding or whatever, but you're going to pay.
Yeah, you're gonna pay a lot of money because you're doing, if you're doing 50 bottles with your private label, you're
Well,
gonna
maybe
pay
not 50 bottles, but let's say even like one pallet.
Yeah.
Is that even like?
No, you can. I mean, you can, but I mean, it doesn't make sense if you're gonna
It's
do a
not-
business, but
It's not a business. That's
Yeah.
not a business.
but you can do it. I mean, that's
For the vanity of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll go. What were you gonna ask?
I'll come back and all.
And you'll remember it?
yes, I will.
Okay, I'll remember. Okay, we'll be right back.
If you want to know more about Inside the Bunghole, join us on all our social media platforms. You can get a revisit and view all the latest posts, giveaways, and information on this podcast. Simply search Inside the Bunghole on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Or you can email us at insidethebunghole@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and visit our website at insidethebunghole.buzzsprout.com, where you can always find our latest podcast and past episodes. Cheers!
We're back.
We're back. Hey, I have a couple of quick housekeeping notes.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's brother, Jim Moen in Worcester, Mass, is retiring. We want to wish him happy retirement. And now he has more time to drink wine.
Is he a listener?
He's a listener. He is a listener.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Yeah.
And also my sister, Nicole, plays pickleball with some friends that are winemakers, and they do their own little private labeling thing. So,
Nice.
Again, there's may or may not be for financial. I mean, I'm sure they're probably not doing it.
Before we went on a break, I was going to say, what prevents someone like Bevmo or those places,
Total Wine.
Total Wine, to do their own label?
I'm sure they've thought about it, and they probably have their hands full with doing everything they have, that there's probably not a reason to, but
Kirkland does a good job.
They have their own wine.
They have their own wines.
Mm-hmm.
And-
And I'm sure it's from a good winery too.
Yeah,
because
they're buying the grapes, I'm sure, right?
their vodka is Grey Goose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kirkland
Yeah.
brand. So I mean, they pick a good quality product.
Or partners, I guess.
Yeah.
But what else? What
Was it? What would prevent them from
I
not
see, yeah.
creating?
But I would say if it's someone who has multiple locations and it's a big restaurant, they can financially put up the money.
So
I would totally do it because you can make a lot more money, and you're branding yourself.
if I made 6,000 bottles of wine, let's say the 50 cases, how can I distribute this? When does it get like maybe against the law? I'm a bootlegger.
Well, when you
are.
well, here's how it works. So when you're making wine with your own label, and you're a restaurant, the winery just sells it to you, and then it's all yours. But when you want to expand outside of that, then you have to get a distributor. That's when you need a distributor.
Oh, is if you're going to sell it anywhere other than your,
Yes.
is that covered by a regular liquor license?
No, that's a distribution license. I mean, well,
No, but the way you're saying, if I just
no, the winery just sells it to the restaurant because they have a liquor license. So you just buy all that wine.
and then slap a label on it.
Yeah.
But out of the trunk of your car.
No, not out of the trunk of your car.
But I'm saying that's when it's like you're.
Yeah, that's when you're tripping over the law.
Right.
Johnny Law is going to come knocking on your door.
But I know some very successful brands that started as restaurants, and then they decided to.
Let me see if I know one. I'm going to ring the bell and for another reason other than a nerd thing. Because I think I know this. Hitching Post.
Yes, correct.
Oh. That's right.
Bro.
Yeah.
It didn't say it helped that he was
In the movie.
in the movie Sideways.
Right.
But but I have to go back to that. He makes beautiful pinots.
Yes, he does.
Right.
He very
Like you that rye, dry one.
and he's a big character.
We did interview him. He's been on Inside the Bungalow.
He's in.
And he even had a pith helmet on too.
Yeah.
He was still in character.
Yep.
That's right. So Hitching Post that's distributed. You're right. Okay.
So he went from just doing it the way you're saying, and then he had to go get a distributor's license in order to sell to restaurants and grocery stores. I mean, he's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, Masvina will be.
Hopefully. No, but I mean, it's. I think. I mean, I made wine for a casino, and it was a big customer, and for them, their house wine, I don't know how much they were paying, but then they put their and they actually did a custom. They said that we wanted to taste this way. Let's go blend. We did a blending session, and they were happy with what it tasted like, and it became their own wine. And so now they were making more profit on the wine, and they were very proud of their label being on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised that someone like Stuart Anderson Steakhouse didn't do that, have his own Cabernet and, the Rancher,
Yeah.
And so
Wolfgang Puck had their private label. I don't know if they still do, but they had their private label. I actually know the guy who started making a private label for Wolfgang Puck and Chef Ramsay.
Really?
Yeah. Same guy. He doesn't do it for them anymore, but that's how I got introduced to this business.
Right. Yeah. What's the hardest part about getting your wine out, other than inside here? The hardest part
I mean, you're competing with a lot of brands. In this area, we have a lot of country clubs, a lot of like an older crowd that they know exactly what they want, right?
Yeah.
So trying to get them to venture off of all the names that they already stored in their head that tells them this is a good wine.
Right.
Well,
It's hard to do.
I imagine that locally it works for you that you're a local,
Good.
But then when you go outside of the market, have you gone outside the market yet?
I'm actually about to.
Really?
Outside the Coachella Valley. My new distributor is outside the Coachella Valley now.
Yucca.
Yeah. He'll be in Yucca Valley soon.
Needles.
Well,
Well, he is.
I don't do box wine.
Yeah.
No, but all Riverside County, all San Bernardino County. So, and for somebody like myself, we have to be strategic. I'm not gonna go to every region. I'm just gonna go to the regions where people are drinking a lot of wine.
Yeah.
It's people with extra incomes or retired or
Yeah.
So how you ethically you sell what you have a business partner too. I'm not getting too personal,
and not in the wine business.
but you have a wine. Is it something like, oh, you're going to push your stuff and make the profit, not sell our wine? And does that ever?
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah. I mean,
How do you keep a boundary of that?
Sure. That's that anytime you have a partner, you have different ideas and different things, but you try to be fair in every aspect that you can, and respecting other people's opinions, and it's about the money first, and then but sometimes it's about people's ideas and feelings, and so you try to
It's hard to
be political.
without feelings. You know what I mean? James and I have been in business for 30 plus years. Believe me, there's been a lot of hurt feelings.
But you've been inside the bunghole.
We've been inside the bunghole for 6 years now. We took that next step.
Yes.
We went inside the bunghole. So, but it's been a good ride, and hey, maybe hey, all of you guys band together. We have a great listenership, by the way, growing. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for listening. But write us and give us some, ideas for shows you want to.
What do you like drinking? What do you want to hear about?
Yeah.
That right before we came on, we did not have a wine key to open up the wine.
Yeah, and we're in a wine shop, a wine restaurant. Armand,
Yeah, what's happening around here?
what in the hell is going on?
Yep.
But happy 2026, everybody. Oh shit! Are we going to be?
I think we do a break and then we'll wrap up.
Okay, we're gonna do another quick break.
Unless you want to leave right now. You got a minute?
I got a minute.
Okay.
We got a lot of wine left.
Yes.
We got some more wine to drink. Okay, we'll be back in just a minute.
If you want to know more about Inside the Bunghole, join us on all our social media platforms. You can get a revisit and view all the latest posts, giveaways, and information on this podcast. Simply search Inside the Bunghole on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Or you can email us at insidethebunghole@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and visit our website at insidethebunghole.buzzsprout.com, where you can always find our latest podcast and past episodes. Cheers!
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. And we were sitting here talking about how somebody would how you could use this for, marketing and stuff. And I'm like, we could do it inside the bunghole. Who out there would buy an inside the bunghole bottle of wine?
Well,
I don't know.
shipping it,
Well, that's true. That's a lot of bottle
true.
wines. But like a company, a corporate, for corporate gifts, for just giving to, having.
I'm just wondering, because there's a guy in town that has multiple restaurants. He has about 11 of them. And he has the largest glass of wine for only $5. What if he made his own wine, his own label?
He would
Probably in who he is, but
Us.
he
Us now.
he would probably make better margins than what he's doing now.
right.
I mean, and then there would be a lot of people buying his wine because he's been around for
Yes.
he's been around for a long time. I mean, and he's also well known in the community, a guy who gives and
Right.
very very charitable guy. I think it could not hurt
Right.
for him. I mean, it would be nothing but a plus.
Well,
Yeah.
we might be giving him a phone.
So, but I'm saying someone like that kind of business, could go, I guess create my own wine and, put a clown on the label or something, I don't know, but sell the wine.
I'm catching what you're throwing, Salisbury.
But Who else could benefit from this? I don't want to say like a dental office and give a bottle of wine to a client, but who?
Real estate or the
No, actually, I actually sold a lot of wine to people they own rental companies, and they put the bottles in the place. You actually, the craziest thing happened to me once. I rented an Airbnb in Temecula, and it was in a small winery, and they had their own wine. And when I went and signed up for the Wi-Fi was Mas Vino,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, it was meant to.
Wow, very good,
There you go.
interesting.
That was a password.
And then how long does the process take to
It just depends on.
find your recipe you like and then figure out the art flair better and all that?
times a year,
I did a private label for a restaurant down here, and they're actually in the airport. And they just happened to be starting the process at the right time,
Mm-hmm.
and it only took them a month and a half or so.
Month and a half.
Yeah, and they've actually been doing it with me for a long time now. We're doing the private label, but they have it at the airport in Palm Springs Airport. And it's very successful for them.
Well, and that Palm Springs Airport, this is another thing that's a little off topic, but with Mas Vino, because they pride themselves on having locally owned and operated businesses affiliated with, all this stuff. Are you in the airport?
Mas Vino's not, but the private label that I created for them is doing very well.
Yeah.
Right. Doing very well. It was a custom crush. They actually went and tasted and sampled and blended, and they created their own wine.
Okay, so that brings me to a very important point. How do we get in touch? So give us your info. Of course, we'll give you the insidethebunghole@gmail.com. That you can always get to Herman there. But tell us how to get in touch with you. If you have any questions at all, is this too big? Is it too small? How am I going to monetize this? He's a very good resource.
I'd be happy to help anybody with any questions, because making your own wine is it's a very personal thing. So, I mean, it's like, and if somebody wouldn't have helped me, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm happy to help anybody. And you can email me at info@masvinowines.com. And I will be happy to help anybody in whatever way I can.
Very good.
Very good.
I'm thinking now the local baseball team out here could
yeah.
easily distribute their own wine in the stadium.
Yeah,
The
without needing any name.
but okay, I got that opens a whole kind of
I think James is going to go into business for himself.
interesting. Okay, very good.
Well, hey, you guys, next time we meet again inside the bunghole. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, take care.
Take care.
Bye.
If you want to know more about Inside the Bunghole, join us on all our social media platforms. You can get a revisit and view all the latest posts, giveaways, and information on this podcast. Simply search Inside the Bunghole on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Or you can email us at insidethebunghole@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and visit our website at insidethebunghole.buzzsprout.com, where you can always find our latest podcast and past episodes. Cheers!